What is up everyone, Crypto Comrade here, back with another video. In this video today, I want to talk to you about another project on the Polkadot ecosystem called Phala Network. Now, Phala Network is higher on market cap compared with XRT, which was a project we reviewed on my last video. But I think Phala Network has some very good things going for it. And I think we can see, and I'm going to try to show you why I believe it will have some positive price action in the coming months. Now, as always, this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. This is how I'm approaching the market and how I'm doing things. This is for my own record and to keep a track of what I'm doing so I can later reevaluate my own investment decisions. So if you want investment advice, you should contact a financial advisor. Now, Phala Network. What is Phala Network? So Phala Network is basically a privacy parachain for Polkadot. Now, if you remember what we talked about on my Polkadot and Kusama videos, you know that Polkadot has a very particular infrastructure where there's a relay chain, which is the Polkadot chain itself, which is like a hub where multiple parachains, which are other projects, blockchains, connect to this relay chain, this main chain. Now, this has a lot of advantages. I'm going to link the video up here on the upper right-hand corner so you can see for yourself why I believe this is a very good way to design an ecosystem. But one of them is that it allows blockchains to be very specific. That means that parachains, or that is the blockchains that will connect to the Polkadot main chain, will be able to differentiate and be specific to a predetermined task. And Phala Network aims to be a parachain for confidentiality and privacy. If you're not aware, I mean, I'm sure you are aware, with the advent of social network, social media, and everything like that, you know, the big tech giants like Google, Apple, and everything, your data is very valuable. Okay, your data is money, and these big companies have, of course, they have amazing products as well, but they are making a lot of money off your data, and so confidentiality and privacy, I think, will be a big trend in the coming years for sure, but also in the coming months, because if DeFi really gets going to a more mainstream audience and things really kickstart, I personally, I don't want people seeing what I'm doing with my money online. I want it to be private, and this is where Phala Network comes in. Okay, so how do they plan on achieving this? Okay, you can read the technical white paper if you want to. I will be completely honest. I haven't read everything. I've read some things. It's a little bit technical. I don't have a background on computer science, so I will admit it. It's not 100% clear to me, but I think I understand the concept. So they will mix, and we're gonna talk about this better here on this page. They will have like a mix of blockchain and TEE, okay? What is TEE? TEE is a trusted execution environment. So basically, this is a piece of hardware on a computer, on a processor that is independent from the entire system, okay? It has its own register, its own cache, its own memory, and it operates independent of the entire operating system. So what they will use blockchain. So basically, Phala will use blockchain to deploy data and to transport the data to be executed on TEEs on multiple computers. So instead of having nodes that work as proof of work, or instead of having nodes that use proof of stake, Phala will deliver data to nodes that do trusted execution environment computation. Okay, so they will take your data, executed in this piece of hardware that is isolated, and then bring it back to the blockchain. So it's like a hybrid system. And this allows a very interesting thing. This allows you not, like, if you want your contracts and your transactions to be private, you don't need to build on Phala Network, okay? You just need to invoke and interact with it, okay? So that means that as soon as Phala is connected to the Polkadot ecosystem, all the parachains that connect to the Polkadot ecosystem can make use of Phala to make their transactions private, okay? So this is the kind of project that you're starting to see that I enjoy. I enjoy projects that have a broad application, that have, like, they're not very... so Phala can be used by all the parachains, okay? So there isn't anyone that wouldn't want Phala to have a parachain. So I think that puts them in a great spot to take a parachain slot. They are an infrastructure project, okay? This is the type of projects that I'm very bullish on. Infrastructure projects for an ecosystem that is trying to grow like Polkadot I think, are fundamental and are the best position to get a parachain slot and thus have positive price action. Okay, more interesting things that I see on their technology side. As you can see, this is almost a characteristic of the Polkadot ecosystem as itself. It can separate consensus from computation, which is basically what we described. They will connect to a parachain, to the Polkadot relay chain, which will take care of most of the consensus and the security, and they will be able to do the computation on the Phala network with not so much focus on the security, and they can focus on the real job, on the real work. As always, the benefit of parachains is also composability. What does this mean? This means basically what I've explained. The Phala technology is composable, so they mean that the other parachains can use it, so it's interactable. Okay, that's what this means. It's composable. You can make an end product made of multiple things. That's what composability means. So you can use, for instance, your DeFi contracts on a Phala network with the privacy on Phala network. So this is a very interesting project. So applications and use cases, this is pretty much, universal, right? You can take your DApps and DeFi contracts confidentials. You can cross-chain, have data be transmitted cross-chain with confidentiality. This will be very important for artificial intelligence and healthcare and so on and so forth. Now, more things that I like about Phala Network, okay? This is more of the same, so no big deal here. The products they have. So the first they announce here is focused on an analytics. So instead of big tech taking your data and using centralized analytics where they take your data and use it to get money, data can start to be executed on a trusted and private environment, okay? One big thing that I think is going a little bit under the radar is they have a connection with Libra from Facebook. Okay, now it's called Diem, it's not called Libra anymore, but they built a bridge between Libra and Polkadot. Okay, so if Diem or Libra actually ever comes to life, which I think it will most inevitably end up coming to life, you'll be able to bridge Libra to Polkadot using Phala, so making everything private as well, but also there's a bridge being connected, and as you can see, it has a Web3 grant, so it's a pretty backed project. And also they have the technology, dark pool and dark wallet, in order to make sensitive information in the DeFi world be private on Kusama, okay? So they will also be deploying on Kusama. Now, taking into consideration what I've been telling you about this being an infrastructure project, just look at the partners, okay? These are the obvious ones. These are the Polkadot, Kusama, Parity, and Web3. They are basically all the same, right? Web3 Foundation is the foundation of Polkadot. Kusama is the sister project of Polkadot, and Parity is like the mother company of Polkadot and Kusama. So nothing big here. But just look at the second row: Akala, Plasm, Crust, and Bifrost. Bifrost, Plasm, and Akala are like some of the biggest projects on Polkadot. You can't get tokens from them yet. The only way you'll be able to get tokens from these projects will be to give your Polkadot and Kusama to them so they can give you their tokens. So you'll have to engage in the parachain auctions. That's why I'm not talking about these projects, but Akala is like one of the most anticipated projects on Polkadot, and it's a DeFi hub. So it looks like both Akala, which is a DeFi hub, Bifrost, which is also a DeFi staking platform, and Plasm, which will be a bridge between Ethereum and Polkadot, all of them are partnered with Phala. What this tells me is that they are looking to make some of their transactions private, okay? Because not only the end user, like regular guys like us, will want some privacy. I will not want, if blockchain becomes adopted, I don't want people to always be able to see what I'm doing, okay? This is like a universal right to be private. But imagine big corporations trying to move funds around. They don't want people to see what they're doing, okay? So all of these projects that want to be big DeFi projects, they will need to have privacy, and that's where Phala comes in. And that's the beauty of Polkadot, because all Phala needs to do is connect their technology to the Polkadot main chain, and then all the projects will be able to use that chain, okay? And so that's the beauty of the design of the Polkadot ecosystem. Now, regarding market cap, and now we're going more into the technical part. It's not a small market cap, okay? As you can see, it's dumping, but the whole market is red today, so no big deal. It's not as small as I would like it to be. I will be honest, I've invested some time ago, but I've recently reinvested or invested some profits I took from other projects, because I really think this is a great spot to get into this project. But if you take into consideration all the Polkadot ecosystem project, it's not that big, okay? It's around here. Now, there's another reason why I think Phala Network might be a good bet, is that if you look, for instance, if you search for staking projects here in Polkadot, what you get is, for instance, Anchor is like a staking as a service project. If you come down here, let me just find it. You have Steffi. Where is Steffi? Steffi is another staking project, and also the one we talked about early on, Bifrost, which doesn't even show up on CoinGecko, also a staking project. You have no idea. You can't know which of these projects will get a parachain, because I'm assuming that at least on the start, where there aren't an infinite amount of parachains, not all of the projects will get a parachain. So I mean, if I'm trying to get a project on, like if I'm the Polkadot responsible, I don't want 3 projects to occupy slots that do exactly the same thing, at least from the start, okay? So how do you know which one will get it? You don't. You have no way to know it. So there is no other privacy project on Polkadot, okay? Or at least no one as big as Phala or with a technology as good as Phala. So, I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's the same thing as with XRT. No one else is doing what XRT is doing. So that will make them like a perfect... they have the perfect background to get a parachain slot, basically. Same goes for DeFi. Like, DeFi is going to be huge, okay? And there are a million projects here that are going for DeFi. Math, Linear, Sora, Acropolis, MantraDAO, Dego, not as much, but also a little bit. You also have here Rio DeFi. You don't have Akala here, which is a big one that's coming. So there's a lot of DeFi projects. How do you know which one will succeed? You have no way to know. Maybe they all will succeed. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that we're going to need privacy. And the only one that is capable of delivering privacy is Phala. So for me, this is a good way to choose a winning investment, at least from my point of view. Again, not financial advice. Also, I would like to just say a little, I don't want this video to get too big, but I want to make a statement like, be careful with the Polkadot projects, okay? Because not all of these projects are really Polkadot projects, okay? A Polkadot project is a project that plans to build on Polkadot, that plans to get a parachain or plans to build on a parachain, okay? Because as you know, the Polkadot hype is very, very, very big right now. And a lot of projects are saying they are from Polkadot, and they are not from Polkadot. They are using the Polkadot name to get hype. Like, for instance, this is not to bash on anyone, okay? I'm not bashing on anyone. I have Polka started, I have the token. I made some good profits off of this, but this is just a launch pad, okay? Like, why is this central to Polkadot? I mean, there are a million launch pads now. There's Polka Starter, there's Paid Network, MantraDAO, Trust Swap, and I know, okay, you're gonna tell me, okay, but they are all built on Ethereum. Okay, but so far, Polka Starter is also on Ethereum, and I haven't seen big news of them going on Polkadot. Okay, so are they a Polkadot project? I really can't say. I really can't tell. Maybe they will plan to deploy on Polkadot, but I mean, almost anyone can do what they are doing right now. What Phala is doing, I think no one can do for them. So that puts them in a great position to get good price action. Okay. Also, if we go on the parachains, we can see that Phala Network is also on the road to getting a parachain. They are pretty much halfway there. Also, we see them connect to the Rococo testnet as a parachain, so they are really deploying. This is not just talk, okay? They are literally walking the walk and not just talking the talk. Also, they have recently tweeted, this was yesterday, they are starting to test the parachain auctions on Rococo testnet, and Phala is there. Is one of the projects there. So, I mean, things are looking pretty bullish for Phala. Finally, just to get a little bit of technical analysis on, again, I'm not a big technical analyst, okay? But I will just try to tell you more or less what I'm kind of seeing here. So this is the Phala chart. Well, clearly we are in an uptrend. So higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Okay, so we are clearly going up. We can see the trend clearly here. Okay, no doubts about it. Now, what I also see here is, I think this is a Some people may not agree with me, but I will consider this a bull flag, okay? So we had here the uptrend. So you can see here we had this uptrend, and now we're consolidating on a bull flag. This means we can expect some positive price action, which, I mean, it's just natural that it will come, considering the parachains are just around the corner, and Polkadot hype will come again. I have no doubt about it. What can we expect from Phala? I really don't like to make big price predictions on small cap coins, because the truth is, a lot of things can go wrong, and anyone who tells you that they know where the price is going, I think they're lying to you, because no one really knows. But I mean, we can make an estimation of where it might go. I wouldn't be surprised to see it hitting this range here. So between 2, 3, and 1, 7. Okay, but this is just the beginning. If Polkadot gets going, if things really start moving, if projects start onboarding and we see DeFi blooming on Polkadot, this will be a glimpse on the big road ahead. Okay. Now, this is all relative, okay? We can always have a black swan event. Things can go sour pretty quick. So, I mean, I don't like to get overly bullish, but I think this is pretty much achievable. So we're looking at, what's this? Let me check. From the price today, maybe, yeah, 2x. Yeah, I think a 2x at least will be pretty safe. But I think we'll get a lot more from Phala, to be honest. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been away for a while now. It's been really hard to keep getting videos consistently out, because I'm having a lot of trouble in work. But I'm hoping to maybe, because reviewing these gems, this takes time, because I don't want to bring you things just to make content, just to make YouTube videos, just so I can get more subscribers. I want, like, this is a project that I'm personally invested in it. I won't talk about projects that I don't think will succeed, and I don't want to be the guy that just chills projects just for the sake of it. So this does take some time, and I want to keep the quality up. That's the most important thing. Maybe I'll try to do some news videos. Let me know what you think down below, if you think that's something that will interest you. Because I won't be able to be consistently reviewing gems. Okay, that's a little bit time consuming. That's the thing I love to do the most. It's what gives me the most. That's the reason I started this YouTube channel. But it's hard to do consistently and well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you next time.